I want to talk to you about the blue laws. Now I know what some of y'all are thinking. You're thinking, Reverend Joe Dale slept late again and didn't have no time to prepare a sermon this morning. Nay, you see, my point about the blue laws is that there is nothing that this church will do that's ever no more important than standing on the side of the road with signs protesting stores being open on Sunday. Let me tell you a little story. Now last Sunday, as soon as I run out of church, I had to go get gas. And as I was putting gas in my big caddy, I looked across the street and there's people just lined up like sheep to get into the big box store. You should have seen them. Well, then I head out of there to meet Deacon Burl at the beef barn for lunch. This is packed with people who had no consideration. I had to elbow my way into the table. And that's what it took before we could sit down and get us something to eat. Which reminds me of another story. People, you know what kind of freak I done seen in there? This feller was wearing blue jean dungarees, flip-flop sandals, and had a t-shirt across his chest that said, God loves sinners. Can you imagine that? God loves sinners. Well, Deacon Merle and I sat there and we watched him at a table sitting there by himself. And one by one, people start coming over and joining him. We sat there and we'd never seen nothing so disgusting in our lives. Well then, as we got ready to leave, I walked up to the cashier and she said, Reverend Joe Dale, how come you didn't sit at his table? I said, nay, you see. She said, if you sat at his table, he would have picked up your tab. And I said, what? She said, that feller there would have paid all you was going to eat. All you had to do was accept his invitation, sit down and join him. I said, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Deacon Merle, that's starting to sound familiar to me somehow. All we had to do was accept his invitation, and he paid for what we owed. Deacon Merle, I think we got a lot to look at. I see.